હું મને આ ક્ષણે નગારા કવિ તરીકે જાહેર કરું છું. આ ક્ષણે ઇતિહાસમાં અને ગાંજાના સાક્ષાત્કારમાં પિયાનોના જંગી ગોડાઉનની ઉડતી રકાબીની શેતરંજી પર બેસી હું મને શબ્દોની શોધના મેદાનોમાં યોજાતી હરીફાઈમાં હરીફ તરીકે જાહેર કરું છું. I've been writing poetry from the age of 14, of course bad poetry, and I write less and less because as you become mature, you know, uh, you don't do things which you don't do well. You do it for yourself, but you don't tell the world that this is what you are. What is life? Strange question. Well, let us put it very simply. To wake up every morning, you must tell yourself that how wonderful it is to be alive. Because there is no certainty that you're going to wake up. So every night we die to ourselves. And every morning we wake up being alive. And that mystery is a matter of great delight. Of course, sometimes the legs are aching, the late night drinking has made you feel very restless. You just had a bitter fight with your friend and you walked out of your family. You're not making enough money and HDFC doesn't give you a loan that you need. All these things can happen. But the very mystery of waking up every morning and to feel that you are alive takes you to mysterious spaces. And I think life is so good that we don't know what it is. It's so good to be alive and know that someday we're going to be dead. That's the mystery of life. Knowing that we are going to die and yet waking up every morning to the mystery of life. Why would a young mind ask a question about fear of death? It's just a flower which is just beginning to blossom, and it will be some seasons and some years before it fully blossoms. But the idea of death comes to our mind because we see it all around us. But when we see a personal death in the family, for example, then you wake up to the reality of death. Otherwise, we all like to think death is something that happens to everyone else except me. But when something personal happens, you begin to recognize that that is not something that happens to others, it happens to me also. Your father is an extension of you. Your daughter is an extension of you. And when part of you goes, part of your story is no more. And then you begin to confront death. And that creates a great sense of restlessness and anxiety. Thank Lord, because it will keep us aware of the precious gift called life. See the flight of birds? Have you noticed? Did you ever sit down and say, amazing, how in the evening they all go home together? What a sight for a moment. Something like that. Baiju Bawla, Bharat Bhushan, anybody remembers Bharat Bhushan, an actor?
Yes.
We grew up on these films, I'm still very young. But something happens by the time I grow up to be 16 or 17, something major happens. I see for the first time, accidentally, my Gujarati writer friends take me to see a film which is from Czechoslovakia. And that's when it changed. And we say that, oh my God, cinema is something different. It's not necessarily everything that we see. I'm always puzzled by the fact that I've ended up being a teacher all my life. But what I've discovered as a teacher, that I am now ready to be a good student. And I like that. I'm glad to be here, I must tell you that. Waking up every morning and dreaming of the corridors of Whistling Woods, pretty young faces all around me, Rohit Shetty walking in and Subhas Ghai walking out. And it's lovely to see the very smiling and receptive faces in the class. Sometimes I'm one of them, sometimes they are like me, they look 71, I look 16. Sometimes I'm 25 and they are 32 and we are buddies. Because I talk to them about books I read, signals I cross, beer I drink, and nightmares that I have, and how my wife, is Bengali, and it's difficult to marry a Bengali girl. So I talk about all these things, and it's good life. I'm glad to be here. શક્ય છે કે આ વાત અધૂરી જ રહેશે. જે હાથ ઉગામ્યા છે, જે પગલાં મંડાયા છે, જે કાન સરવા થયા છે અને જે આંખ ઉઘડી છે, શક્ય છે કે શરૂઆત હમણાં જ થશે.